Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 8 of Meet the Gentleman. Today's guest is a serial entrepreneur. He's the co-founder of Studio X. His name is Alex Langlois. Enjoy this interview, guys. Alex, the first time I've heard about you, I was like, damn, I gotta have this guy on the show. I mean, at 24, you've accomplished what most people wouldn't do in a lifetime. So thanks for being here with us. Thanks for having us here. So for the people that don't know you, can you describe what you do for a living in 30 seconds?
We find really cool concepts that we like from abroad. The last concept that we brought in was actually called Menchie's Frozen Yogurt.
Okay.
It was a self-serve frozen yogurt bar, and what we ended up doing is we ended up opening 3 in Quebec, and we just sold out of those.
Okay.
And then last year, while my business partner was he was shooting a movie in Romania.
Nice.
And he discovered this crazy way to work out, and the idea is that it's a 20-minute workout that's the same thing as working out for like 3 hours.
Okay.
And when he called me about it, I thought it was a bunch of bullshit. And as soon as I tried it for the first time, and I'm sure now that you've tried it too, you can attest to it that I knew it was for real.
It's brutal.
Now we're in the middle of launching a concept based around this workout.
I mean, it's one of a kind, right?
To get this kind of sweat with just basic movements and without having to worry about injuries, without having to worry about back problems, anything like that, there's nothing else on the market. And that's what made us fall in love with it.
Can you describe the technology behind this this new concept?
The technology's a really old technology. It's been around for about 40 years. It's called Electrical Muscle Stimulation, or EMS for short. You can look it up.
Okay.
And the way we use it is that we use EMS on all of your major muscle groups.
Okay.
And then we combine that with a regular workout. So you get 1 + 1, and it means that basically whatever you do becomes a lot more intense. So we could do 20 minutes of Zumba, and it's the same thing as like an hour and a half of Zumba.
Okay.
And it allows us to get all the same results without you having to lift heavy weights, without having you put pressure on your joints. So if you're injured, if you're an old person, it's perfect for you. Or if you're just an athlete and you're looking to step your game up, if you're somebody who values your time, and I think everybody values their time now, it's for them.
Nice, nice. What are some of the challenges you had to overcome with Menchie's, for example, your previous businesses that you guys sold? And well, in terms of maybe raising capitals and getting the right licenses and all that, what are some of the challenges that you guys faced?
I'd have to say, and I know that this gets said a lot, one of our biggest challenges was the government.
Oh yeah?
To give you an example, is when we opened our Laval store, we had brought the blueprints in to get them approved by the city. Okay. And because the city bylaws say that the blueprints have to be rolled up,
okay,
and we had brought them in folded, they didn't accept them. And then that added an extra 2 or 3 weeks onto the process while we had to resubmit them in the right format.
Wow.
And it's just small things like that tend to add up.
Especially here in Quebec.
Especially here in Quebec. I mean, on top of that, the year that we opened Laval, when we were doing the build out, there was a construction strike.
Oh boy.
Because like I tell people, there's no other place in the world that strikes as much as
Quebec.
Us.
Yeah.
With all that being said, it's still my home, and we're still here doing business.
Sure.
And there's no other place with a quality of life like Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's still challenging.
There are challenges.
Good, good. What made you go from owning a frozen yogurt concept, like Menchie's obviously, to this new concept like Studio X? What made you guys get out of that project and switching up to this one?
We decided that we had been with Menchie's long enough.
Okay.
As far as launching with this new concept, me and my partner have always had this mindset that we're going to do things that we get really excited about.
Okay.
Because anytime you're launching a small business, anytime you're launching business in general, as far as I go, there's going to be a lot of nights where you're going to wonder why you went into it. And there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to want to quit. And the only thing that kind of makes you want to continue going past that point is you being really, really fucking excited about whatever you're doing.
That's true.
And right after Menchie's, this was the thing that really excited us. I mean, in Europe, there's thousands of these studios.
Oh, yeah.
And even in South Africa, there's a franchise, there's a chain that has 25 locations.
Oh,
it's been
wow.
around for 5 years. And I found all this out as a part of my due diligence. And when I saw the size of the market, I said, there's no way that all of these studios exist and we can't make a couple work in Canada and across North America.
I mean, there's nothing like this in North America?
When we opened, we were actually the third in North America.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean, we came in at the beginning, we're still at a very nascent point of the market, but just based on the sheer numbers overseas, I mean, it's going to pick up.
Well, you guys just came in last year, right?
Last year, yeah. So we're very, very new. Like I said, in Europe, they have a decade's worth of experience. So
Wow.
it's
So
coming.
North America is pretty late, basically.
We're pretty late. Not to say that I want to wait 10 years,
Yeah.
but I mean, hopefully over the next bit, we're working on it, that we'll grow.
Great, great. Should we expect new locations opening for Studio X in the near future?
Not under the Studio X banner.
Okay.
We launched Studio X as a proof of concept. We wanted
Okay.
to make sure that the technology stuck, that there was excitement about it,
Okay.
that the clients liked the experience, and that results obviously were had because this is a fitness product. With a year's worth of experience under our belt, 100%, all of those boxes have been checked. And we're preparing to relaunch in a bigger concept
Okay.
within the next 6 months. I can't really say more than that, though.
Oof. Do you feel like being an entrepreneur is something that you have inside of you? Or is just something that you learn with your environment? Your families, your friends, school?
I think it can go both ways.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that have started businesses just because they were good at whatever they did,
Okay.
and they kind of turned into professionals and went that way.
Okay.
As far as I go, like I was telling you last time, business has kind of called out my name since I was a kid.
Okay.
I mean, in high school, I remember year by year, I would sell something new at school.
Okay.
In Sec 1, I sold gum at school. In Sec 2, it was knockoff Chinese shoes that I used to bring to school, and I would bring them in a big hockey bag, 12 or 13 pairs of shoes.
Okay.
And then I would walk home with an empty hockey bag and a wad of cash. The year after that, it was when those American Apparel sweaters were really, really popular, the ones with the
Yeah.
white zippers. So I saw the opportunity and I opened up a wholesale account. And I think it was a 15 at the time. And I would buy them wholesale and resell them on Facebook. And when it came time to choosing what I wanted to major in college, and when it came time to choosing kind of a career after, it was always business. I couldn't think of anything else that I wanted to do, and obviously majoring in Netflix wasn't really an opportunity, so
I don't think so.
the next best thing to me was business.
Okay. What would be your advice for aspiring entrepreneurs out there?
Make sure that you're willing to put in the time. Make sure that you're ready to make the sacrifices
Okay.
that it takes to go into business. I mean, it means that every Friday night that you're probably working on your business. Every Saturday night you're probably working on your business. It's a 24/7 thing. If it's not what you're thinking about 24/7, 365, then it's probably not going to succeed.
10 years from now, what do you see in your list of accomplishments?
I hope to be doing the exact same thing I'm doing
Okay. On a bigger level, maybe?
on a bigger level. I mean,
What will be a bigger level for you?
worldwide.
Worldwide?
Worldwide.
Okay. Great.
I mean, I'm not a materialistic guy, and it's
no?
like I don't really care about cars or houses, or as long as I have a roof over my head and food on the table, I'm good to go.
Nice.
But all the rest, I just want to succeed.
Okay.
And I want my business to succeed, and that's it.
I mean, you seem like a very focused person, right?
Yeah.
In general. Okay. Once you set your mind on a certain goals, like, do you always attain it, or?
I wish I could say yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I had a few years of partying, and I had a few years of screwing around.
Oh yeah?
And then I woke up one day and I asked myself whether I wanted to be doing this in 10 years or whether I wanted to be doing something with my life in 10 years. And I just stopped everything. I stopped going out, I stopped drinking, I stopped doing the other things. And I embarked upon this journey, and this is where I'm at right now.
How long have you being so focused, if I can call it like that?
I'd say most of my life, except for, call it a good 4 or 5 years in between, where right after high school, where I screwed around a little too much.
Okay, that was in CEGEP?
Yeah, in CEGEP. And
okay, good. Any final word, Alex?
thanks for having me, Chris. I look forward to doing this again.
Yeah, my man.